Nice to meet you both, and congratulations.
Thank you.
See you. How are you?
I am doing very well. I'm sitting home sweet home with a cat in my lap talking about a good movie. So it's a good day right now. Daisy, I'll come your way first on this. So you've obviously had some experience adapting very popular books to screen before. So is there any big takeaway from your experience working on Normal People that you found influencing your approach to how you brought Kaya to screen here?
I think the main thing being knowing that it's never going to be exactly how you want it, imagined it, it's always going to be different to the book, and accepting that and enjoying that difference and allowing yourself to sort of create another angle into a character for an audience. And yeah, I think I kind of did the same thing of lifting passages from the book that I loved and putting it by my script, which I did for Marianne as well, and getting the accent right and things like that. But yeah, I think it was enjoying stepping into a filmmaker's version of the story and enjoying the collaborative aspect of it.
Okay, so speaking of that, a question for both of you now. So you've got the source material, you also have Lucy's script, but is there any additional character work you both can do on your own that, maybe we don't necessarily hear or see on screen, but we can feel influencing your performance in these roles?
I said this earlier, but I definitely had a playlist that I created for Tate. And so I would, listen on the way to set, on the way home, on days I had off. And I just kind of sit with those songs that made me feel like I was something that a soundtrack that would carry along with him, wherever he went.
Can you share some of those songs?
Lots of Al Green. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I did the same. I had a playlist too, and then I also sort of there was other skills that we learned, like boat riding and fishing, and I did a little bit of drawing and things like that. But really, just reading and rereading and rereading and rereading the book, which feels like an obvious one, but it feels like the more you read it, it will kind of start to like get under your skin and things like that. So yeah.
All right, Taylor, for you specifically now, I feel like I've seen you in a whole lot of action thrillers lately, minus, I guess, maybe Sharp Objects, which is coming to mind now. But given the fact that this is much more drama and romance leaning, is there any particular, I don't know, I guess a new skill that you could add to your toolkit of acting skills that specifically came from jumping into this genre with this type of story?
I don't know. I've always picked like, character-driven projects. Sometimes they're action thrillers, and sometimes they're, romance, mystery, murder, whodunit. Yeah, it's kind of always the same. I'm always trying to pick new things from each project and grow with them and learn new skills. So it's just a process of growing with each project.
The Outpost is quite good, but I will forever have Shadow in the Clouds seared in my brain for life. That is something else.
Thank you.
For both of you now, I always love highlighting the value of a good scene partner. So to make each other blush a little bit, can each of you tell me something that the other did for you on this set that you really appreciated? Maybe something that helped you bring something out of your own character that you wouldn't have been able to reach without them.
Well, I agree with you completely. I always think you're only as good as the actor in the scene with you. And I feel like with this, I felt so lucky every day going to play those scenes with Taylor, because he has such a sort of deepness to him and nuance in his performance that he brought to Tate, which really allowed me to kind of find a different avenue into that relationship than I had sort of initially kind of thought about. And I think, especially because there was times where we had to be really vulnerable, knowing that the person behind the camera is really kind and giving you so much off camera too, and feeding your performance. It just, ultimately my performance is only down to what he was giving me the other side of the camera. So yeah.
That is the sweetest thing. Again, just see her like absolute kindness, and I was really impressed by your dedication. Obviously she's had to learn so many different things for this film, and she's insanely talented, but I'd never seen work ethic like this before. I mean, for the month and a half leading up to our starting of filming, she was doing dialect lessons. She was going on nature walks, getting comfortable with her feet being absolutely destroyed because she's not wearing shoes, doing movement coaches and learning how to ride boats and fish and just be in that world. And then getting to see her on the first day of set, I'm like, oh my God, this is why she is as good as she is, because of all the hard work she puts in. I was very impressed by you.
Oh, that's lovely.
Daisy, I was reading that you have a knack for learning new accents. Is there any particular one that, could be the most challenging for you down the line, one you find most intimidating?
I think I'd find like, for some reason, Welsh or like a Geordie accent hard. Yeah, so maybe because in the UK we have such have such a kind of range of accents. You can walk 20 minutes up the road and have an entirely different dialect, and yeah, so I'd find maybe Welsh quite difficult because it's very sing-songy, and I can't tune my ear to it quite yet. I'll get it. I just need to practice.
I believe in you. I have full faith. So of course you have A+ scene partners all around in this movie, but there are a pretty significant amount of highly emotional beats that are just you by yourself. So how does your approach to tackling one of those scenes differ compared to when you have a scene partner to do it with?
I think that, what I love about filmmaking is that it really is a collaboration, and so much of a performance is also curated for you by a choice of camera and music and edit. And I think with those dialogue-free scenes, so much of the story is being told for you by the choice of camera, and I find that very interesting. So I love staying on set and hearing the discussion about why they've decided to place the camera above you because it makes you seem small and vulnerable, or why it's below because it makes you seem powerful. And I think just enjoying the fact that it is a team effort to tell a story and imbue a scene with meaning, I find very fun. So yeah.
Okay, so bringing up the team effort, I'm tempted to ask this now. I know every single person who worked on this film is incredible, but I always love asking for an unsung hero. So we know you, we know Olivia. Is there anybody who worked on Where the Crawdads Sing that doesn't necessarily get the attention that they deserve that, you would shout out right now? Someone who made an especially difficult day on set easier for you?
Oh, that's hard. There's so many unsung heroes, really.
Craft services for sure.
Providing that watermelon when you need it.
Exactly. Francie Brown was awesome. She was our dialect coach, and I don't think I could have gotten close to any of it without her. So grateful for that.
Yeah, and I think Mirren, our costumer too. She was always so cheerful and fun, and because it can be so difficult. She was always just so lovely, and to see the world that she created through her costumes and the stories she was telling was really amazing. So yeah.
All right, I can't tease a cat at the beginning and not do
Let's
the big
see it.
This
Wow. You weren't
He's
kidding.
very happy to be here, I swear.
Oh, that is a lovely. Oh wow.
He's so mad that I just woke him. He's been this entire
This
time.
interview's over.
That is a gorgeous
Like, that's it. That's a wrap. Jeremiah is probably very happy right now. Congratulations, and have a good time celebrating the release.
Thank you so much.